Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today we are finishing this off. I am done with Yeti Peak. I am done with all of the time and energy that it has stolen from us. Graces is going to rock up there, and are we going to have to do this manually? No, not really. Okay, let's just burn it out, make a little bit of money here. Loot and occupy. You know what? I'm comfortable with loot and occupy because we're going to have an army sitting in the settlement for a couple of turns, and then the region is mostly owned by another player, so, well, we don't really need the money, do we? Not at this moment. But there's a 16,000 gold thing that I wanted to buy. Yeah, whatever. Loot and occupy. I'm going to leave the settlement in slightly worse condition. We don't need that. We can just remove that one. So we actually only got to keep about half of the money on that because we had to spend the other half on repairs. That's not ideal. Okay, so now that we've gotten through Rally, we can start picking up big buffs for units that are gold ranks, and most of the units in this army are. So some armor and leadership for all of the Noblars and Ogre Bulls. That's definitely something. Mornfang Cavalry, Crushers, Stonehorn. Huh. Wait, do none of these have Iron Guts on them? Oh no, the Iron Guts are folded in with the Noblars for some reason. Well, you know, this army has a lot of Noblars and also Iron Guts.
Looks valuable. I'll have it.
Alright, and this army will be back up to fighting shape in no time.
Tyrant of the tribe.
Bull Mallet Hands is going to get to attack Blood Peak. There's nothing we can do to stop that.
Tells a tyrant what to do.
And it's probably going to not be great for us.
Survivor of the flame trial.
Blocking the army isn't going to accomplish anything. Can you just turn around and kill this guy?
Let their flesh melt to soup.
Mostly there, I was just pushing for XP. Because even though we kind of have all of the skill points that will ever matter for this character, the raw level is still a factor in the success calculation for hero actions. So higher levels are more good even if you're not necessarily doing anything with them.
Interference will cost you dearly.
Slaughter master.
I don't like our odds here. And it goes without saying, he will go after my camp instead of the AI players' camps, because of course he will. We're coming back to that. I don't know what to do about that just yet. Alright, so we did win a battle over here. No, sorry, we fled from a battle over here. That's right. That's what happened. Tools of Destruction, very good in this army. And then what else are we really building here? I mean, we have a couple of Gorgers. Kind of a weird setup. So, I don't know. We could go Iron Guts and Man-Eaters. The plan could be to have Iron Guts and Man-Eaters. We're not buffing the Gorgers, but the Gorgers are probably not a major part of this army's future, I guess. And then also, points for everyone. Let's finish fleet-footed. Being able to get around quickly is important.
Hungry. Always hungry.
Let's take magical reserves, because it is nice to actually be able to cast the spells.
Throw a feast in my honor.
My will.
So this army is still at full.
Ogre tyrant.
We need 2 more turns for the garrison building to complete. That's really rough.
I'm boss, and that's that.
Well, okay. Here's what we can do. And I think what I'm going to do is we're gonna make sure that we're in reinforcement range. So actually, I just need to move up a little bit.
Follow the boss.
Actually, you know what? We're outside of the circle there.
Get moving.
Yeah, we're gonna be in reinforcement range. We're gonna be in ambush mode. We're going to hope that this army does not realize this army is here and they attack the settlement. So we can, we can do some settlement defense and then have... Gosh, is that the right solution? Are they close enough that if we attacked them... Yeah, we could back them off, probably. if I attacked them and they decided to just stand and fight and endure the 10, I don't know. I don't know if that would be good or not.
Won't stop till every...
Neither option seems great here. I'm going to leave it like this. I think getting them to commit to the attack and then having our army show up as reinforcements is the way to do this, I think. We'll find out if I'm being foolish.
Hunter. I smell a trail.
This army's tiny, but I should probably be a little bit careful on the approach because we're in really bad shape. Alright, so now we gotta decide. Goff probably just backs off, right? I don't think we can take this army, even though it's all peasant units.
Master Butcher.
Well, maybe. There's no time on the recruitment of mercenaries, so we could pull one unit right now for free. Go up to 17.
They will harvest the meat.
Oh, you know, the camp does have...
I'll grind you into...
Yeah, maybe that's the move, actually. We just step back toward the camp, go into encampment mode, so we have our bonus leadership, bonus melee defense. Oh, interesting.
Meat bags of Cathayan. Prepare to be eaten.
Why would it matter that you have higher ambush defense chance?
Grants us rest.
Oh, right, you can move in encampment mode in this game. That's right. Okay. I am going to hire this mercenary unit just to push our numbers a little bit higher. And then we're going to do a little bit of global recruitment here.
Warriors today, ingredients tomorrow.
And if they want to come fight us, we'll just
To up.
deal?
Bring me a
Oh, no, never mind. We're super dead if they do that.
master of all.
Then never mind. Instead, I fall back and just let them take the camp. And we try to reestablish after these have been dealt with a little bit. Yeah, that sucks.
Ogre tyrant.
Okay. We were trying to push this building up to here to get access to the butchers. And then beyond that... I don't know that we do have anything else of, like, terrible import to do. Yeah. We could outpost with another ogre player, which would seem to be completely useless. Upgrade our outpost over here, which also seems not useful. Okay. You know, maybe it's a good idea to just actually have some money on hand. Oh, and also Kairos Fate Weaver. So we're going to lose this. But we do need to break down this army as much as possible. Ogres are no good at defense. They have a lot of those flying knights who seem very difficult for us to kill if we don't have, say, a Greasus Goldtooth around. Aside from that, I don't know how scared I am of this army. I mean, Kairos Fate Weaver himself is going to be a terrifying problem. We just have to do our best to shred where we can. Ugh, it's this map again too. I do not much care for this map. All this chaos stuff is stuff we can deal with after the Yeti Peak situation is completely resolved. We still have to survive Bull Mallet Hands' final assault. But once we have done so, we can turn the force of, what's his name, Malgut's army north, and this'll all get dealt with. We just have to not lose, like, too much territory before that. So, how do we want to try to defend this time? It is realistically impossible to defend this point, I feel like. And they're going really hard after it. In fact, that's all of their flyers. Maybe attempting to defend this point is the sensible thing to do then. They didn't really leave, yeah. So they got one of their big monster units over here. A couple of knights. Where's the other exalted? Is the other exalted flamer on this side? The other exalted flamer is not visible. Concerning. But yeah, if this is where they're committing all of their airborne troops, like, we kind of want to fight wherever the airborne troops are because of the fact that if we try to fight anywhere else, the airborne troops will just reinforce that position in whatever way is most effective. So I think I actually am just going to go one big tower here, and we can try to hold over here a little bit.
Smell ya!
So we'll leave like one unit of ogres here, one unit of ogres back here, and a unit of noblars in the most direct opening here, but stealthy noblars. My hope is that we can get the cavalry to just sort of like blunder into them, and then we can close in on the back. And that's probably not going to hold for very long, but I really want to put most of my combat resources over here. So they're definitely going to just fly in on us and try to take the point that way. There's nothing we can actually do to stop that from happening, but we can punish them once they actually commit and get low. In theory.
Where's me master?
So we'll have the trappers be very nearby, but hopefully invisible for long enough. And yeah, we just kind of like fan out, and when they land, hit them from whatever side. This is gonna go terribly.
Enjoy yourselves, my tribe.
Okay, they did eventually place the other exalted flamer, but they did it after setup was complete, which is not how the game rules work. Lousy cheating AI. I think I will probably put down the tower here at 500 rather than waiting for a better tower to be available.
Swarm together.
Okay, so you know, Kairos Fate Weaver does only have 50 armor. They might actually be able to do some damage to him. These guys have 100, which is going to make it pretty tough to deal damage to them with the flyers. Really don't want the Mournfangs being in direct combat like this. Charge that way, I guess. Yeah, we're not going to have a very easy time hitting anyone or doing meaningful damage to anyone with the knives. What we really want to do is save these for the Exalted Flamer, I guess. He only has 10 armor. As soon as the goblins join up, we just turn these ogres around and hopefully be able to reflank. That's probably not actually that helpful. I'm gonna throw... Alright, get some damage done. How's things over here? Okay, they got vision of us from way further away than I was expecting. Yeah, this is... And they split their forces to maximize damage to our units rather than attempting to capture points, which is honestly smart, but not what I was hoping they would do. So, I mean, we're doing real damage to a couple of these units. We cannot win this battle. I feel pretty sure of that. But what we can do, we hope, is
War together!
is actually kill a unit or two out of this army. They're gonna non-lethal damage is almost certainly irrelevant because they're going to just replenish in the city that they're taking from us after the battle. But actual lost units matter a lot.
Ogre Firebelly! Scorpion!
Still don't even have that second tower up yet. It takes a long time.
Wind Supper! Scarper! In my guts!
We have done a fair amount of damage to several of the units of knights.
Incinerate!
We can actually cast the spell. So look at his targeting bouncing around because of the highly illogical way that these units work. Alright, their monster chose to just go into melee with my knife-throwing Noblars, which is very smart play on their part. Frustratingly good.
Run for it!
Oh, the battle ended right before that unit was about to get eliminated. I bet they're going to have survived now. That's really frustrating because they were for sure dead. It's just like, nope, your units gave up when the enemy was at 0.2% health. Well, had we taken the auto-resolve, it would have done, half damage to everything in the army, and nothing would have actually been lost, and then they would have been back at full health in 2 turns. So, hopefully, this... sometimes when a unit's very low in battle, at the end of the battle, it just it is just removed from the army anyway. Hopefully we see that. But also, what a show of cowardice, right? What an incredible show of cowardice from our units. Just very embarrassing stuff. Settlement garrisons with no real characters to back them up are prone to that sort of thing, though. It's nice that they have made it more common for the settlement garrisons to be able to get a character in them. In the early Total War, like the first Total War Warhammer, it was not very common at all. But, okay, that one unit of knights, I think, no, there were 4. There were 4. He just got a huge amount of healing immediately at the end of the battle for some reason. Well, okay, we accomplished nothing. That's a shame. Yeah, it is nice that there are more. It's more common for there to be characters in garrisons now, but they're still very bad characters. Somehow, despite the fact that we are moving at full march speed, that enemy army is ambush creeping behind us at the same speed. Weird. They didn't attack my camp, which I am honestly shocked by. Although they are very much still in position to do so. But yeah, I know that in the most recent patch, they said they turned down the degree to which the AI will focus on the player's units and stuff at the expense of everything else. And I suspect that what we just saw is evidence of that. Oh, he's not actually going to attack this turn? Okay, he's super dead. Oh, never mind. He is going to attack this turn, but Targog is in reinforcement range. I didn't think we made it. Okay, yeah, I'll just take that. I'll take the quick victory.
No good meat on him.
The quick victory and quite a lot of money. Okay, faction eliminated. I feel much, much, much better about that. Targog is going to need a turn or two to sit in this settlement before he heads north. We're not going to move Greasus up that way. We're going to move Greasus toward Cathay. And obviously, Greasus is going to have to bail on earthly concerns at some point in the very near future. But for the moment, I think it makes more sense for him to push Cathay. Because Targog can handle this Fate Weaver problem by himself. Okay, so a bunch of stuff there didn't quite go the way I thought it was going to. Also, we saw through that ambush.
Keep your tyrant.
I really thought he was going to just take Titan's Notch. There's really no reason for him to have done this the way he did.
Tyrant of the tribe. Get it done.
Let's step back to the Sky Monolith to take one turn of real healing. And honestly, that should be all we need. Targog he's so close to immortality. He's right on the edge. We got our Piercing Bolts of Birding. Oh yeah, Arcane Conduit. That's the thing we should take.
The meat cooks itself.
So you have all of the movement speed. You don't have all of that bonus health yet.
There's no gut bigger.
And yeah, Greasus is going to have to get up here because otherwise we're not going to be able to hold them back in any way at all. We will be inside camp range, which is nice. Although we'll see if that camp actually survives to the beginning of our next turn.
You lot stink in this heat.
And I think what we will do here is
The heat kills many ingredients.
let's just move these two together. I want these two armies to be close enough to each other to be able to
Fire wind
to
howl.
engage in mutual defense. We will... Can't go into encampment mode.
Here.
I mean, that camp is dead, so trying to recruit from it seems like a terrible waste.
I'm frying him out in grease.
I mean, I
They
guess...
serve, or they'll be served.
Let's see if they'll give us...
Warriors today, ingredients.
Let's see if they'll give us one unit of ogres. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll be lucky enough that they will decide not to attack the camp again. This time, though, like last time, I was prepared to be annoyed because they were going to attack our camp rather than attacking the camp closer to their stuff, which makes more sense. This time, attacking our camp is the move that makes sense, so seems very unlikely that they will not do it. So we got our bigger camp. Honestly, maybe we take Hunt and Tricks. Or maybe we push up to Sky Titan plateaus. Yeah, there's a couple points of camp limit that are still available. Let me go this way. And well, that's more text though. Yeah, let's go through Butcher's Apron to Sky Titan plateaus, and then we'll figure other stuff out. It's just for Iron Blasters? That's weird. You would think it would affect Lead Belchers too, right? Okay. So they're doing their thing. Malgut is now in position to attack this army.
Gets me what I want.
I'm pretty surprised about them deciding to siege.
Show you who's boss.
If we do this, we get the settlement garrison as reinforcements. These two armies together should be able to pull this off, I would think. We'll go ahead and feast. I assume this is only going to affect the units that are actually in his army. And then, like, this doesn't matter. I don't know. Put it on Iron Guts. Alright. Oh, this Banner of Eternal Flame was on those Iron Guts, though. I don't know. Put it on a hero. Okay. I think we can win this. Now, sadly, as far as I know, there are no battle maps that reflect the situation. That is... Yeah. It would be kind of nice if there were maybe some battle maps that were like, there's a settlement and it's being sieged, and the army doing the sieging is sort of like sandwiched between the defenders able to come out from the city when the time is appropriate and the new army coming in from the side, but like, whatever. This is fine. So we've been on this map before. They always get the high ground on this map. We'll just fall back and do the thing we did last time. It's a little harsh. They have way more cavalry, way less range stuff than the last time we fought an army on this map, if I'm not misremembering. And I think that's to our benefit. I think we're okay dealing with cav. But there is absolutely no reason for our army to do anything other than play all the way back here.
Serve the ogres. the tribe!
They're actually advancing on us, like, for real, though, huh? What a bizarre decision. Well, yeah, I guess we want to fall... how do we want to handle that? Because, like, their position up here is vastly superior. This is what they should... This is what they should do. They should stay up here. What we can do, maybe, is put some units, like, down... We're not going to be able to punish them as they come around the corner. Because we can have some units hide. We break line of sight up against here. But once those units are revealed by the troops coming around the corner, they're just going to arc arrows. So... We could have the Iron Blasters and the Lead Belchers move back out to, like, here. And try to set up. Punish them for their insolence? Maybe? Iron Blasters are pretty fast for siege units. They could probably get into the right positions. And then, like, have... what I want to do is have the gunners hide in the trees. It's not totally ideal. These 2 units of Gorgers just, like, run out and try to be flanky. Have these Iron Guts hide here. Noblars also basically just hide in these trees. They might actually be stealthed. That might work. Obviously, my hunter will not be able to do any hiding. We might be able to get superior enough positioning. I really don't want the Gorgers to get discovered by cavalry. But that looks like it's exactly what's going to happen. There's a lot of unpathable terrain back here for absolutely no reason. Okay, so they revealed the Noblars. I guess just go ahead and push. We have 24 seconds until those units show up. So we can probably get pretty good flame tornado off here. We can drop the flame storm somewhere and it's gonna wander. So it's tough to kill units that are on the move with it. We can put it right here and hope that it wanders in the right direction. I think that's reasonable. Seems like an okay time to pop this. Let's just do some murders, shall we? And then I think we need this unit of Iron Guts to be able to hold the Terracotta Sentinel. But also, situation's bad over here. Let's have y'all retreat to the Gunners. And we're going to need the Gunners to take down the Terracotta Sentinel, but somebody's got to hold it in place while that happens. I think I will have you sprint across. It's messy, and I wouldn't want to do it against a human being, but... Oh, the Crane Gunners are running forward into the Flame Tornado. Okay, tracked sideways into a different unit. That's not so bad. Is that cavalry unit surrendering? Huh. Wonder why. They're already full panic. Okay, try to go through that way. And you're being shot at by... Jesus. Their archers have such range. Alright, well, I mean, there's really nothing for it. we're going to have to pilot this unit very carefully between the halberds.
Tracking quarry.
Somebody has to get... What are you doing? Somebody has to get over here and actually hit these archers in melee.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Melee. Okay, so they're doing something way different than I was expecting with their units, which actually plays hugely to our benefit. All right, cut down those Jade Lancers. This means the Gorgers actually do get to try the flank around because they cut the cavalry short like that. The Iron Blasters... Oh, the Flame Tornado turned back around and, like, tracked through these units a second time. That's wonderful. We got really lucky. Let's say one Iron Blaster focuses here and another one focuses there. My hope is that we can get Targog to just sort of, like, force his way through, because obviously Targog in there ranged would be wonderful news. We did take a lot of spell damage, but it seems like we're mostly pretty okay. Can I Flaming Sword of Ruin? Okay, I can Flaming Sword of Ruin the ranged without having to move. That, I think, is worthwhile. And all of you need to just get the hell up here as fast as possible. Will they get here in time for it to matter? Gosh, I hope so. Open fire. There we go.
Bring us me.
Wow, we did not stop that volley at all. Or the charge, rather.
Crush on.
And they got revealed, and then they never went back into stealth, and that's really frustrating. Okay, so we're having a lot of panic in the enemy ranged already on account of how much spell damage we did, which is wonderful, wonderful news. Have this horribly damaged unit of Iron Guts charge out here. The Lead Belchers are going to absorb some more costs, but it is what it is. I think we're going to have our halberds actually do some fighting. And I'm going to reform... Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought was happening. They are going to kill my Lead Belchers, and we probably can't stop them. What we can do is punish them. Okay, you guys are supposed to be stealthed when you're not near enemies. Feel free to maybe get back on that. Here, these ranged. Focus on that. Mornfang Cavalry already on the case. You know, I've talked a lot of shit about the Mornfang Cavalry, but it is nice to have them here in this moment. You probably don't want to be directly fighting halberd guys. Try to just withdraw to the safety of the ranged team.
My next trophy.
Okay, you are getting your ass kicked so bad right now. Can't even get...
Chasing prey.
Need you to disengage. Can't get around the terracotta guy, but we can do this. There we go, and just showing up basically kills that unit.
Looking for me. Roast them. Immolate them. Noblesse.
Okay.
Win supper.
Lots of good charging going on here. My ranged units are not in guard mode, which is a shame. This may be a good time to turn and focus on the Terracotta Sentinel. And in fact... Nope. Don't move. Fire. In fact, we also need to withdraw this hunter, who I believe is not yet level 20 and will actually die. No, wait. This hunter is level 20. That's right. This is the one we transplanted from the one army to the other. So it's not ideal for him to get injured, but he will at least, respawn eventually. I just need you to get out of there. We'll try to pull him out through these other enemy units, like to the back.
The Celestial Faithful!
Actually, just shoot those archers. Yeah, 'cause breaking those archers is like a very high priority. Breaking all of the archers is a very high priority. So that's just a magic chariot here. Let's split. Now that we've got these forces coming around the corner, well, let's let the front ones finish what they were doing. That's got to happen. These are just random iron fists. To be perfectly honest with you, somebody has to fight the halberds. I don't love it, but like, obviously large units versus halberds is not the way you want to be doing that. This is the throwaway fire belly. I don't really care what happens to you. This is our good unit of iron guts. We probably don't have to pursue those units. Get up here. You guys are remarkably close to us and at half health. The Celestial Dragon Guard are probably going to have to go help control him to keep him from actually reaching the ranged.
Sends us.
Archers are being actively controlled.
The quarry is mine!
Alright.
Cathayan's Faithful!
Actually, back up.
Harmony!
Wow, the cannons really did a number on that.
On the boss! Killing time! Guts out, boys! The tribe!
Seen an awful lot of surrender. Okay, cool. They all died just before the Gorgers were about to get completely wiped out. Alright, I have to say, Malgut is doing an impressive job of holding this front against a massively superior number of Cathayan troops. Also, it's wild how many Cathayan armies they're able to bring to the multiple fronts of this front. Just pressure. Just so much pressure. So now that we've broken this push, we probably have a couple of turns for Malgut to get his army back in order before they have one of the 3 or 4 tiny armies in that northern settlement ready to push down here and renew the struggle. We still need to get a campus set up somewhere. We still need to... I mean, I really want to get Gofkapak over here, right? This was supposed to be a 2-army push up this side. I didn't want to be defending the mountain side of Cathay at all. I wanted to be over here. Hopefully we can figure that out. But I do want to have a camp over there for the purposes of reinforcing, like, Greasus when he's around and stuff. It's going to be tricky. That said, doing very well on money. That amount of replenishment is probably not worth taking. Oh, nice. That's actually a really good follower. Got ourselves an obsidian blade, which is exciting.
Ogre tyrant!
And unfortunately, we get rally. Are any of his units gold? No. So there's not really too much point in pushing up higher. We can, if we put 1 point into this box, we can replace rally with stand your ground, which gives considerable melee defense. That's probably what we should do. Let's do richly rewarded. We have iron guts and noblars and stuff here. So let's grab that.
All mine!
We'll figure out what else to do afterward. You are gonna need more HP. That's what I have to say. Arcane Conduit, super helpful. So...
I win again!
I want to pursue
I'm boss, and that's that.
But also, I worry that
I serve only the dragons.
pursuit here would kill us. Because my army's in rough shape. We don't get the garrison as reinforcements. Like, we still have both of the Iron Belchers at full strength.
No one beats my tribe.
And a lot of their units are so broken that they will
Oh my!
give up fairly easily under siege. Yeah, all right. I think we do need to go for it. I think we need to finish this army off. Okay, if we take the auto resolve, it'll kill all my melee. But here, let's feast, and then we can manually resolve this one. I'm very surprised to see it giving us a victory at all. And to be perfectly honest with you, I probably would have just taken that auto-resolve and hired in new Noblars, except for the fact that the auto-resolve is going to kill the Cathayan melee unit as well, which I don't want to have to rehire, because Allegiance is a limited resource. So they have one really long-range unit and 3 pretty long-range units, but they're all critically wounded. We can probably shut them down very, very quickly with some Iron Blaster fire. That's my hope. The cavalry units aren't strong enough to survive a charge for very long. The fact that Malgut himself is still at full health is a real problem for this enemy army, because they don't really have anything that's capable of dealing with him. Turns out a relatively high-level tyrant is a powerful thing. Okay, so let's be sort of like up on high ground here. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of approach distance there. Like, we're closer to them than we have to be. But I don't think that's too bad.
Order and the balance.
Okay. Do that.
The ogres!
Let's have... I'm sure the Iron Blasters can fire over Noblars.
Where's me master?
Build around the guns. Leave them a nice aperture through which to shoot.
Rejoice in flame!
Honestly, y'all probably don't participate in the battle.
Ogres!
The Lead Belchers should also be... yeah, nearby.
The tracker.
Okay.
Ring supper.
So first of all, do not pursue. Secondly,
Carve the meats. It's happening.
let's try to carve off some of these ranged units as quickly as we can.
Run for it!
What? The unit of Noblars took a single shot from the crane gunners, I believe. Iron Blasters are pretty okay. Let the morale drop. Victory is in our grasp. I mean, I kind of want to just drop this, like, in the middle and let it wander wherever it wants to wander. We'll lead them a little bit. You should just, like, fully... You know what? Fully get off the battlefield. Just go ahead and withdraw. Okay, I timed that. Not the best. But it did break that unit, at least. Okay, so those units are done. Let's have one of the Iron Blasters transfer attention to here, the other one to there, I guess. So Iron Guts can push that way. Let's have the Lead Belchers try to focus up here. Any Noblars who are still willing to fight are almost certainly going to die, but, you know, that's what they're for. Not to put too harsh a point on it. And, yeah, you're just throwing stuff. That's fine. volley's pretty much perfect.
I'll go myself. Looking for grub. Find a new spot. Hungry. The glory of flame.
Eat.
The hunger.
Here's buffs for everybody. Buffs for all the Noblars. Not that they really need them at this moment. The firestorm is still occurring. And it is hilarious. You completely missed your target. I guess just like run towards some archers or something. We do need to kill some of these damned horses that are always getting up in my units. Honestly, this probably is a job for you. Swap the lead belchers back to here. And we have 7 wins. That's enough to cast something. Melee defense up on my lead belchers, I guess. Alright, so that'll kill them quickly. Pretty effective spells.
Dragon Guard! With joy!
I gotta tell you, I'm surprised at how long these units have chosen to stay in the battle.
Bringing harmony!
Iron God! Get it done! Incinerate!
Alright, their lord is almost dead. I figured Malgut would handle that quickly.
Wind and fire! Attacking unison!
That war compass is not going to be long for this world.
Looking for it!
Go harass that thing.
When do we eat?
My iron guts can probably
Biggest boss!
withdraw. I think that's likely to be resolved. Okay, the crane gunners in the end got beat by some Noblars, and that is truly the greatest insult we could have delivered to this army. I can't believe that those Noblars made it all the way across the battlefield. That's like a pawn turning into a queen. It's, you know, like in theory, you know it's possible, but generally people just don't play in a way that is conducive to it actually happening. So they have, it looked like 3 armies at that settlement over there, all of whom are, like, each of which has 4 units in it or something. So it is going to take them a little while to get ready. We are going to have to do some combination and new hiring here. I do not think it is going to be viable for us to just replenish this army in the time we're going to have. It is really nice that the Iron Blaster is a single, very high health siege unit, because with stuff like the units of the cannons and whatnot, like the units we have on the western front, if they've taken a little bit of damage, they tend to lose some of their firepower, right? Like we were at 2 cannons in that cannon unit, even when it was healed back up to like 98%. But the Iron Gut is exactly as effective, or the Iron Blaster is exactly as effective at this health level as it is at completely full. So, yeah, 1% replenishment is just nothing. So we have wiped out this army.
Tyrant.
Let's go get the friendly settlement replenishment bonus. Flame Incarnate. You know, honestly, we do kind of need this Fire Belly to engage in melee combat, so it might not be a bad idea. In particular, we can definitely combine them. Takes 2 turns to bring in, right, because the bad terrain typing. That is a shame. Well,
Who can I boss around next?
let's do that at the very least.
Obey me or your dinner.
maybe that's just how this goes. Because it would be 4 turns to recruit any of the things that we would actually want to replace, and we may not have 4 turns. Like, I know we're gonna have some time, but I don't know if it's gonna be that much time. But they are dealt with. Okay, Grolg. Where did that... Oh, they're running for the blood peak camp, the one that we inherited. Well, they're gonna get it. Up here, we're going to be healing rapidly as we continue pursuit, so it is not so dire. But of course, the AI, like, they knew the instant we were
Survivor of the flame trial.
the instant we had moved an army out of position, a different faction entirely knew and could punish us at maximum strength. The Firemouth really should... I mean, like, what am I doing? Sorry. Let's finish upgrading Amble Peak. That's the thing that matters most. Other money can be spent afterward. Maldig hasn't done anything yet.
Seeking game.
I kind of can't believe we haven't seen the roar. Like, we got that there's about to be a roar message like 3 episodes ago, I feel like.
I do not think so.
So it's definitely already too late to recruit anything here.
Right?
How did they even... Oh, this is pathable, is how. I thought for sure they were going to get stopped by Carrick Frag. But yeah, that pass is traversable. Okay, well, we're going to establish some new camps and stuff, so... do we still have the ability to do building upgrades? Oh, not really. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying that we are getting so many camps sheared off of us. We only have 1 camp that's really important. All of the other ones are just doing some minor... Yep, sure.
The loser gets in.
All the other ones are just doing some income gathering, but, you know, that income's not meaningless.
We're going conquering.
It's fine, we'll just reestablish them in more strategically threatening positions. Oh, there's like a whole ton of Orthodoxy units. That's a shame. That's a frustrating shame. Yeah, this we knew was going to happen as well.
And a feast.
I think this is probably the way it goes, though, right? Like, you have 1 or 2 camps that are permanently established and hold a lot of your, like, important technological buildings. And then you have a lot of camps that you're building in forward positions to support pushes, and as such, when you get pushed back, they break, and then you just reestablish them. I actually really like it. I think it's an interesting way of managing your logistics that doesn't lead to the sort of like ossification that is very common in Total War Warhammer. Like, these positions just get overgrown and reinforced, and then it takes a huge push to actually break through anything. And did y'all see that greenskin army had Noblars that they had recruited from being allied with us? Why would you ally to take the Noblars? They're terrible. Okay, the rift spells happened. Also, we're broke. So, kind of an inconvenient moment for the rift spell. We need to make some money, and we need to make some money right now so that we don't lose a ton of units immediately. Wow, our units took a huge amount of damage from us being broke. That's wild.
Oh, mine.
So we can't fight anything this turn then.
Tyrant.
Yeah, all of our armies, like every unit in every army took like damage equal to about half of their total HP from us being out of money. That's pretty harsh for a thing that can happen after the end of your turn and before the beginning of your next, like, before you can literally before you can do anything at all about it.
The magic of me.
So yeah, Thrall can't get anywhere near this army because this terrain is incredibly hard to pass through, even though it's, you know, just like open and plain. We could trade something to somebody that they would pay us for.
I'm boss, and that's that.
Another thing we can do, of course, is just disband an army, which is not ideal.
Burning wonder.
Yeah, that's the fact that they now have this like impossible group of units gathered together is really unfortunate, because otherwise we could push up with these two armies and actually get something accomplished. We're going to have to get somebody to trade us a large amount of money. That's realistically the only way that we can resolve things for the turn. So, like, we're gonna have to find somebody who's at war with someone who would buy us into the war, or something like that. Or we could sell someone a settlement. Like, yeah, maybe, what's it called? The thing we just took. Yeti Peak. Would the Blood Maw take Yeti Peak from us in exchange for money?
I don't trust an ogre who doesn't do what I tell him.
They would confederate. I don't think I want that. If I give you Yeti Peak, what do you give me? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm fine with
Recognize
that.
your true time.
Alright, so now all of our units will heal up significantly, although it's not going to actually show us how much because everything in this game is kind of broken.
This shockingly obese.
I think we have to fall back off of this front entirely. Let's run Greasus back into friendly territory, because we're going to have to go through a portal pretty soon. We have a lot of meat. We should be fine.
Come on, faster.
Goff is also falling back. We're going to have to, like, you know, do some battling with some portals to close them,
Slow us.
because closing portals by paying money is probably not actually a thing we can do. So the desertion thing is not a big deal because it's not real. It's not going to be the case next turn. Oh, interesting. They must have moved in a full-size army from somewhere else.
The boss. My gut is...
Well, the good news is the Village of the Tigermen's about to have its garrison building. The bad news is we're not going to be able to afford to upgrade it.
Obey me.
What I may do is, like, fall back down to here, and I don't really want to establish the camp there, but I do want to have a camp over here. I need the support. Our allies building up armies, and hopefully we'll do something of value with them at some point, eventually, maybe, anything at all.
Move your leg, mate, faster.
Maybe we do, like, run around here, set up a camp in the crook of the river on this side, and then, like, we just accept that this is lost. This moment of insolvency is basically, like, literally the worst possible time for the thing that happened. Fert's not going to be able to close that, so we do have to worry about that. We have to worry about this one, which we need a hero for, probably.
The Slayer. I smell it.
Yeah, so Maldek's going to come down here.
Raise the volcano.
This one we're going to plan on dealing with via Targog. So that one's not my problem.
Follow the flame.
Yeah, these two together are going to have to figure out a way to deal with all the other portals. We have a couple of turns before anything serious comes through. So it's not necessarily the end of the world. I do think we're going to move Malgut around. We're going to drop a camp over there, so it's hard to access from the Temple of the Elemental Winds, but it can support us in fighting around the temple.
Master of awful.
Deploying the camp is costly, but also we need it. So yeah, we won't go broke this turn. We'll have the new income building to cushion the income loss for next turn. We definitely can't afford to do any of that. Can't afford to do anything about that.
Biggest gut in the land.
Yep, Targog can't go anywhere. Okay. Yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad. Wow, that army got a lot scarier when we had a turn where not only did our units not heal, but instead they lost almost all of their health. It's going to cause some big problems with this this Great Orthodoxy push, too. Well, the Western provinces made no attempt to support us over here, and they are going to pay the price, it looks like. Wait, did they actually... They won that battle. Huh. 1.5 armies plus a settlement garrison beat 3 full stacks. Well, I mean, that's great news for us. Because that's gonna put pressure on basically everywhere that the northern provinces have stuff. They're gonna have to regroup their armies in a very serious way now. Okay, the western provinces did kind of sort of come through. I mean, the northern provinces dashed themselves against them is really more what happened, but it's still good. It's still good for us. So this camp that we just put down, oh, right, lizard men, man. So this faction's territory is all the way at the southern edge of the map. They ran across the map for no reason through other enemy territory to get over here and harass me. I'm gonna ask Grizguts to show up and help.
Spine.
Sure. I think can we maybe make this a little bit more? There we go. It turns out I am so desperate for money. Once Greasus is able to cut through into one of the demon realms, we're going to be in much better position financially because he's going to win a bunch of high-value battles. Okay, so Targog's army is basically full. All of the units that are good are back to full health. Greasus has 125 meat and a pretty healthy army, and is not actually able to even get to the portal this turn. So I guess he has to spend one more turn. That's a bummer, because we do need him to get through there and start fighting. For the moment, I can't actually afford to deploy the other camp here. You know what? What am I doing? I'm trying to figure out, like, what is next. I'll tell you what is next. Probably the episode ending would be a good idea. That is going to be it for us for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're going to dig ourselves out of the hole that I accidentally dug myself into, which is it's gonna be a little trickier than I would have liked. That turn of insolvency happening exactly when it did was really, like, back-breakingly harsh. And it's wild how, again, like, it's a thing that like all of our large enemy factions had to cooperate on making happen simultaneously, and they had to do it with information about our troop movements that they definitely didn't have. So, bummer. When you come back next time, we're gonna fix it though, and we'll see you then.